Alright, so here we have a pair of the robotic room cleaners from banggood.com that supposedly what these are going to do is they're going to run around the house every 15 minutes and pick up all of your lint, dirt, papers, and whatnot. If you've seen the ad for it, the little video they have, you'll see how quickly it moves and how great it is, and it just seems to go on its own. So I went ahead and picked up two of these. I mean, they were cheap and everything, because I was just rather curious. How well does this stack up against, say, a Roomba, which I also have? When I got them, I would have to admit that I was rather disappointed. The design themselves is, well, kind of pathetic. If you've ever seen one of the little balls that kind of rolls in a funky manner, and it's usually, sometimes it'll have like a raccoon or a weasel or something attached to it. It looks like the animal's playing with the ball and chasing and whatnot. You kind of get the idea. These are actually constructed the very same way. So one of the things I discovered was, well, they don't really work the way they're supposed to. If you've seen Banggood's video, you see how fast they move around. Well, brand new batteries, these don't move anywhere nearly as fast, and they get stuck very, very easily. They also have a little problem here. See this big fat zipper? Yeah, that kind of gets in the way of it rolling and getting anywhere and so on and so forth. This is the cover you're supposed to take off. Now, when I first got them, of the two, one complete set of the covers doesn't even fit the ball. To make matters worse, one of mine, after the first trial, it doesn't. Oh, that's right, the whole zipper came right off and broke. So much for that thing. Now, according to the description, these are supposed to go around every 15 minutes. Well, according to the box here, it says these operate for up to 5 hours non-stop. Having taken one apart, there's no timer in this as advertised on Banggood. Quite a different story there. So let's open this up and see what we actually have here. Alright, so here's a little ball. You can see the on-off switch, which in theory this will keep it going back and forth. And it does make a little bit of lively movement. As you can see, well, that's a fresh battery, and he's kind of stuck already, isn't he? You can hear him kind of rolling around in there a bit. But yeah, he doesn't really want to go anywhere. So we go ahead and turn him off. One of these likes to screw together, and one doesn't. You'll see the little insides here. It's got a little rubber ring. And here's where our battery goes. Now here's the kind of funny thing. You see my switch here is in the off position. Oh, and listen. It's already trying to go. It shouldn't be trying to go at all, which is very strange. Why does this turn on when it shouldn't? The battery's out. Put the battery in, like so, and hey, okay, so we're kind of doing our thing, right? Anyhow, so what happens is this piece here rotates around with a little weight, and oh, I remember now, because this is the one that's actually came in broken. So it'll go for a minute, and the little weight here that's on the side, see him right there. Get that off, and it still sometimes wants to go. Anyway, the little weight here, as this motor spins around, it'll cause the ball to wobble, and that's what actually causes it to walk. And as you can tell, it wants to walk even when it's completely turned off. So we'll go ahead and pop this out just so it'll hold still a little bit. Oh, and this little piece here, this actually goes on the shaft, which connects up on the inside. You take this apart, that part usually just falls right out. So yeah, as I was saying, at least one of mine broke within a little bit of time. The other one here, go ahead and turn him on. And he kind of moves around a bit. That's a little bit more lively, right? Very good, very good. Like the first one that I showed you, taking its cover off, if you can get it to unscrew. Oh, can you hear that? Yeah, once again, we have this switch in the off position, and yet he's already going. And we tighten it up a little bit, and then he'll stop. So we go ahead and try and get him back in his cover. We'll see exactly how quick he'll move with his cover on. Now, the yellow and the blue is about all I have left because, well, one set didn't fit at all. Let's go ahead and turn him back on. We'll see how well he does with his cover. That's not too bad. Problem is, eventually he gets stuck and he won't actually do anything. Throughout the use, I've actually gone through about 4 sets of batteries with these guys. What I found is, if we're going to say there's a timer in there, it's because the battery itself completely overheats when the ball gets stuck somewhere. Not exactly the best of things. And let's see if we can kind of track him around the floor, perhaps. Maybe not at the moment. So far, this cover here that you see, well, I've had him running around on the floor for about 5 or 6 attempts or something along those lines, about 10 minutes each. Do you see any dirt? Anything at all? No? I intentionally left the floor dirty, didn't sweep here on the linoleum, and yeah, I don't see anything really here. It is really kind of a bummer because oh yeah, this is kind of an interesting product, but all this really is an old toy that has had a bit of new life breathed into it under the guise of it actually being able to clean something, which it totally doesn't. But what it is a pretty decent toy for your kids. The pair of toddlers in my place have been going absolutely ape over this thing. They love it. They chase it around. Well, at least until that first one broke, and then they're all sad because all it does is pretty much grind its gears. Oops. Well, there it went, and now it's down on the floor. So anyway, here's what we got on the inside. Our little weight, our little motor here. This is the one that decided it doesn't want to work anymore, at least not in a consistent fashion. He only kind of spins his gears around. Why he does this, I have no idea. Just a poor design, or poor manufacturing. Now he's all back together. Turn him on. And, well, that's kind of all he does. Not exactly the most quality here. You can hear the grinding of the gears. So this one lasted for about 15 minutes. Oh, he's going to go somewhere now. Oh, now he's completely stuck again. And that's the end of that. Anyhow, if you were considering buying some of these, I wouldn't suggest buying them for cleaning your house. Buy them for toys for a kid. Yeah, that would be perfectly fine. But don't really expect it to last long. Your cats or dogs, small dogs, might like to play with it, but that's about it. Anyhow, if you got questions, please feel free to send me a message, and I'll answer anything I can. That's assuming that these still work. Talk to you. Bye.